Hi teachers, let's talk about adding assessments to Schoology. I have to say the assessments tool is very, very cool. There's lots to do, but it does take some time to learn, and I'm still learning. So I am in one of my Sandbox courses, and I'm going to click here on Add Materials and then Add Assessment. It's the puzzle piece. You're going to give your whole assessment a name. So you decide what this assessment is. It could just be one simple thing, or it could be a whole quiz with many, many questions to it. We're just going to call it test assessment. There we go. Here you can do all of these options of submissions, password if it's super classified like a test, category. I'm just going to do ungraded, but you can pick a category to put the grade in, quizzes, classwork, things like that. And you can add a scale if you have that set up already. Yes, we'll publish to students, so always make sure if you don't want it published to students immediately to check that right there. Now, this is the assessment creating window. This first page is setup. So the instructions here will be the overall instructions for the whole assessment. Okay? This is not the first question. This is the overall instruction. So it could be select the correct answer. Something simple like that, or click on Start Assessment and answer each question, or you don't have to put anything at all. Most of these are pre-done. The ones you might want to know about are at the bottom. Number of attempts student can submit. If you want them to be able to try it many times, you can change that. Allow students to view results after an attempt is submitted. So you can change all of those and look through them. I just usually leave them the same. Let's go over to questions now. These are all the different items and types of questions that Schoology can create for you. Multiple choice, true, false, very, very easy. Most of my music teacher friends, we like to do video or audio because we want the students to respond back to us. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one, video. It sometimes takes a second to load. There we go. So in this question setup, you could ask a basic question. You could insert a video by clicking on source and putting in some code. I have HTML code from my YouTube video, and I showed that in another video. You could do an image. You could insert all sorts of things. Then you press save, and they would respond in a video form because that's the selection I picked. Okay, let's go check out some that have already been made. That's the test assessment that we just made. Let's check out this review beat rhythm snail snail. When I click on it, this is what the teacher sees. Let's preview and see what the kids see. They're going to come to this screen and it says Start New Attempt. So you'll have to train your kids to click on that whenever there's an assessment. And then here is a video, kind of like the one I inserted earlier. They would watch. At the end of the video, I tell them what they are going to do. And then they click on record and it pops up with their camera and they get to record themselves singing an answer back to me, or they could speak an answer back to you if you want them to answer and you want to see their body language or anything like that. So this is really helpful for music teachers, but also helpful for classroom teachers. Let's check out another assessment that was made, BB Bumblebee. Notice when I click on this one, and we're going to preview it like the student. In that main instructions box where I said these are the instructions for the overall assessment, my friend Noelle here, she went ahead and said to watch the video, and she inserted her video there. At the end of the video, she tells the kids that she wants to hear them make a buzzing bee sound. And now below the video, it says start new attempt. So it just depends on how you want yours set up. Do you want something on this first page that they see? Do you want to add instructions just saying, students, click start new attempt? Do you want to add a video like this? So it's just kind of knowing how it's set up. Let's start new attempt. Notice that here she has added a recording of herself saying what she wants them to do, almost like saying the question to them.
Record yourself making your bee sound. Bzzz.
And so now students can press record and make their buzzing sound. So this is just a different way of setting it up and knowing how the kids are going to view it. Very important. I'm going to go back into my test assessment that we did because you can add multiple questions here. Let's go through some other amazing options. Label image. All right, on label image, you are going to put your instructions up here. I, however, put the instructions in the image because you cannot upload a Word doc. It has to be an image. So you might want to take a screenshot or use your snipping tool. Those are options on how to do that. All right, so let me pick one. This is a great one. This is my image, and it is an actual worksheet that I have created, and I just made sure that it was not a PDF, it was an image. You can take a screenshot and you can crop it and all that. Let's press OK. Okay, so here is my image, and notice that I have the instructions in here. If I didn't have the instructions on my image, you would want to put it in question setup. Okay, so now you're going to click response box. And it creates a blank for you, and you can put it anywhere you want. So I'm going to put it above question 1. Add another response box. I'm going to put this above question 2. Add another, and so on and so forth. And sometimes you have to scroll down a little bit to get it all the way down here. Okay, so pretty easy. You can put in the response boxes. Now, possible responses. Let's add an option. It's very easy to type words in here. There you go. Let's add another option. For my music friends, if you wanted them to respond with music font, you would have to type it up on your own computer and save it as a picture, and then you could upload a picture right here, an image, as a response, okay? Now, I know that these are the only 2 answers on this worksheet, but I want them to be able to use them over and over and over. It's not just one. Now, you could do just one, almost like a matching, but I want them to be able to use these 2 answer choices over and over. So I'm going to say duplicate responses. And now they can use beat as many times as they want. Okay? Down here in this screen, this is where you set up the correct answers. So you're going to tell the system how to grade it, basically. Well, this one way up here, this is beat. And this one over here is rhythm. And notice how they're not going away because they have duplicate responses. Okay? Now let's say there's several options for number 1. You could add another correct answer setup by clicking here on this plus button. If there were alternative answers, you could do that as well. And you could do scoring type exact match or partial match. So it really has a lot of options. It's just knowing how to set it up and work the system. Once you click save, let's preview and see what it looks like. Start new attempt. This was my first question. Let's go to the next question. Here's my next question, and this is what it looks like to the kids. Super cool. You could have them label a map or write rhythm in a song by just matching it. Pretty neat. And they can see in this review before they finish, they can see if there are questions that they did not answer, and they can go back and review that. Close preview. I hope you enjoyed assessments. It's very neat. It's a very neat tool. It just takes some time playing around, but it gives you so many amazing options. Enjoy.